There we go. We are up and running now. There we go. Sweet. See what this 6:30 open does. What is this 9:30 open going to do? London created quite an aggressive range here. Aggressive sell side sweep here. Mir, what is up? Good morning, good morning. Hope we're doing well. You betcha. Marcos Guerrero, hello, welcome. Morning, bro. Alex, good morning. JL, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are finally back. It has been a minute, guys. I'm sick as a dog from my races, but glad to see all the faces back in here. Good morning, everybody. Good freaking morning, everybody. Hope you're all doing absolutely splendid today. How are we all doing? How's everybody doing today? Doing well, trading well, getting ready. Massive sell side at market open here at 9:30 open. Getting ready. There we go. Happy to hear it. Oh my God. Massive sell side here on NQ right off the rip. Jeez Louise. Look at that. Sell side is not going away. Getting ready. There we go. Good man. Happy to hear it. It's going to be a good day. I can tell. It's going to be a good day, and we're going to be patient. Especially, guys, I'm not feeling too good today, so I'm going to be extra careful and extra patient when it comes to these trades. Took that short on C2. Sweet. How's your race this weekend? Race went by okay. Definitely wasn't the best race. Woke up sick as a dog on race day, actually, race morning, and ended up kind of yakking all through the race, but still finished in 26, so could have been better. Hopefully it's going to print. Oh yeah, I mean this C2 off this top here, bang baby, that's going to print. You should already be up almost 2R if you entered up there. You should have already gotten tapped out at 2R. Yeah, Tyree, race was pretty good. It could have gone better. Just really woke up sick as a dog on race morning, so definitely didn't help the morale too much, but got the 2R, bro. Sweet, Alex. Happy to hear that. Good shit, boss. Good work, boss. Well done. Let's see what's happening with gold here. Gold having a nice, looks like we had a nice sweep as well on gold. Didn't quite sweep that EQ, so not interested in any shorts here on gold, but NQ and ES giving me the most interest right now. NQ having more aggressive sell side than ES here, but still quite a nice morning. How'd you feel about CL sweeping the low, the 8 a.m. camo creating a bullish system on the 3-minute? I mean, I literally just opened up the chart, so I haven't even checked it yet. I literally have not even checked it yet, so I got to. I haven't even checked at 8 a.m. Sweeping the low. I don't know. CL's not really anything super interesting to me right now. Not really, not the best PA in my opinion. Oh, 3 minute 1 hour alignment instead of 3 minute 30. Oh, I don't like using 3 minute and 1 hour. I use 3 minute and 30 minute alignment. It's a lot more accurate. That's what I honestly would recommend if you were trading that. Morning Prophecy. Good morning, good morning. How we doing? See what's happening here. Decent bull side strength here. Nothing super crazy yet. Just kind of waiting it out, eh? Morning, a node. Good what? Good morning. What is up? Good morning, unknown. Yeah, so just kind of waiting here, guys. Gonna be pretty patient this morning. Good morning, Vietnam. What's up, Zicky? What is up? Good morning. Good morning. Hope you're all doing splendid. What's up, Leo? Check gold. Yeah, I'll check gold here in just a second. I just wanted to view these charts real quick. Gold's probably, yeah, decent setup on gold here. Nothing super crazy yet for me. Not interested on gold yet. Just kind of looking at NASDAQ and ES. Much more of a fan of what I'm seeing here. TBH. Tough putting in the effort to be let down the moment. On to the next? Yeah, on to the next race in November. So honestly, just time to lock in the mental and get ready for that, right? Can't complain. Just got to move on to the next. It's part of the process, guys. You win some, you lose some. Chart's having a little bit of trouble loading here. What are we seeing here? Nice, I mean, honestly, beautiful uptrend here on gold. We see this retracement. We see this bullish move, retracement, move, retracement, move, retracement, move, retracement. Looks like we're going to get another retracement here prior to extending to a newer high. So that'll be a fun one to watch for sure. I'll keep gold on the radar right now. But yeah, let's see. Give it a bit. We'll see what happens. Want to wait for this 5-minute closure here, see what happens. CL here as well. Nothing super crazy with CL. Looks like we swept below this candle equilibrium, and we are now continuing to these highs. Did sort of create this, not really a C2 sweep, so not something I'm interested in right now. Seriously, not something I'm super interested in now. Traxillas, what's up? Oreo, what are you viewing on gold right now that's intriguing to you? What is it about gold that's boiling the blood right now for you, boss? There we go. There's a CL here. Could be interested in a short position relatively soon here on CL. NASDAQ just continuing lower here. Gold, not really anything super interesting on gold right now. Let's look at this hourly on gold as well. What do we notice, right? Had a gap down on gold here, continued lower. We swept all the way down to these 32.11 lows. Now we're getting some type of bullish reversal signature with this bullish candlestick that engulfed that previous high, and we got a closure above that. So not quite an hourly change in state of delivery, but we did get a closure above, so could anticipate a move back up and potentially fill this opening gap on gold. So that's something I might be interested in here. for sure. Right. NQ as well. There's this new 5-minute opening. See what happens here, right? More downside movement here on NASDAQ. Not super interested in anything right now for these setups, guys. Just want to play it as patient as possible. Sit back in the saddle, enjoy it, you know. There we go. Gold getting an early retracement higher here. CL forming a nice potential short setup here on this 3-minute. Looks like we're going to get an expansion lower now. Yeah, apologies though about my voice and everything, guys. Definitely quite sick today. So just want to do a little stream. Get us back up and running here a little bit for sure. Did sweep this EQ, so if we got a closure, this is a closure below this change in state of delivery here. This could be a nice short setup here. A decent short setup on this change in state, this bearish change in state. Alicio, good morning. Good morning, boss. Could be looking for a short with this high here and targeting a 2R, right? Alicio, how's it going? Good morning. How are we all doing today? There we go. Got the short setup here. Gold, look, crude. Oh, I meant to say crude. I accidentally put gold. Gold here not giving me any interest as well. Let's see, NASDAQ just continuing lower in this New York range. I want to see what happens. Right now I'm not interested in any crazy setups. Looks like we have news in 41 minutes. It's only medium impact news until 11. So this isn't going to be super crazy. We do have a really big week of news though. So we do have to watch out for that. We do have that CPI, that inflation rate YOY. So this week is going to be one I want to be a little more cautious with. Sit back in the saddle when I'm taking these trades, right? Want to make sure I'm not rushing into these trade entries and really taking the time to ensure accuracy when it comes to these entries and not entering before medium or high folder news. Right, that's the most important thing right now, is ensuring that we do not rush into these trade entries. Alrighty here, looks like the CL short is looking decently nice here. Move that stop of that EQ. Just about that EQ. Gold here, looks like gold is having that expansion higher. Kind of what we talked about there, right? We had expansion, retracement, expansion, retracement, expansion, retracement, expansion. Now we retrace, now we're getting this expansion higher. We just got a bullish candle body closure back above that previous candle body high, which signals the move for continued longs here into gold, right? NASDAQ here weakening on this bear side here. So it'd be interesting to see what happens around this 10 a.m. candle, what happens, right? Going to be important to see what happens here. Can you check EU? Yeah, sure. EU kind of in a similar boat there as gold. I mean, we kind of see here we had two continuation phases. We're having expansion, retracement. So right now I'm not getting any interest in any short signal right now. I want to see a closure below some type of EQ from a previous 30-minute, or on the 5-minute here I'd want to see a closure below some type of hourly equilibrium here. So nothing super crazy from Euro right now. I'm not very interested in any setups. Looks like we had most of that aggressive sell side move at around that 3 o'clock opening here. So yeah, I'm not super interested on that. Let's see here. What's that hourly looking like? Yeah, that hourly 2 is retracing back into this EQ here and rejecting. So we could see an expansion lower now. And then that 4 hours kind of giving me the same signal here with the light retracement prior to. But eventually we do have to realize market is going to want to fill this gap here. So it's a matter of seeing when it does, right? But we're going to stay patient until that happens. Good morning, folks. Hero, what is up? Good morning, good morning. Good morning. Let's see how this CL short is playing out. Let's see. Let's look at this 5-minute. Bang, bang. 5-minute on CL. Just having a light retrace here, but still getting some good bear-sided movement. There we go. That's that 5-minute here. CL short on that 3-minute here. Not too shabby. 5 minutes giving me even more confirmation here for these shorts on CL. Yeah, CL had quite the setup forming this morning as well. Not too shabby. How's everybody doing though? Let's get some type in the chat here. What trades you guys looking at? How's everybody doing? How was the weekend? Let me get some text in the chat. I might have missed it. Did you say what you were looking for this morning after these overnight moves? Yeah, I talked about it quite a bit, actually in the Discord. I'm looking at Bitcoin also. Sweet. Oh, I put my stop. Yeah, great question, Tyree. I just wanted a low risk trade, so I'm putting it above that 30-minute equilibrium right now. Technically, my stop was above here, right? My stop was at this candle body high right here. but I am interested just kind of in some low risk trades right now. So I'm just wanting to see if this plays out. So I put it above that 30-minute equilibrium, put it about 2 points above that 30-minute equilibrium just to limit risk. Life School, I'm interested in NQ for a short. Sweet. Happy to hear that. Looking at Bitcoin, sweet. Actually, yes. Awesome. Yeah, so Tyree, that's kind of the reason why. Tyree, also, you're a crazy chef. I was seeing in the Discord, dude, you're insane. Possible CT on the 4 hour. Let's see here. What are we talking about for those NQ shorts? Let's see here. Yeah, honestly, not looking too bad here. And we did have that massive gap up, so I really am anticipating market to get a move there, right? We have this huge gap we need to fill eventually, right? We can't avoid that, so. This massive gap we need to fill here. So I'm actually going to mark that out on the chart. A little gray area here, a little orange actually. Let's do it a nice little orange color. Yeah, nice big retrace here. NQ tapped that one RBC and ES did not. Possible SMT here. Yes, sir. This huge gap to fill. Yeah, we did form SMT at the lows here between ES and NQ. So this is an interest for me here. Nice SMT here at these lows. See what this 3-minute closure gives us. Yeah, honestly, SMT here. Do closure above this sweep. Already hit daily target. Beautiful Monday, Zicky. So happy to that. Front ran it and took 50% off. Sweet. Gold C2 on hour 4. Do you have a video on how you trade options? Amal, I'm actually about to get a video released on that. So yeah, I'm actually getting a video edited for that, so I should have a video on that pretty soon. I have some back testing sessions on my YouTube that showcase a little bit as to how I trade options by utilizing the fractal and then my own layers of confluence. So definitely go check that out if you haven't already, because there's going to be some of those on the YouTube as well. Yeah, NQ longs here look great. SMT at these low. New candle body closure. Yeah, it's a great long. Long in the London highs. Nice, I'll be waiting. Sweet. Happy to hear it. Happy to hear it. Trump speaking, I think, yeah. Where would the stop be for NQ? I would want to use these lows here. I'd want to use these lows on NQ. That would be my biggest interest here, is I'd want to use these lows on NASDAQ. We do have Trump speaking, so I want to be more careful about that. This is true. We also do have these, we have these 3-minute and 5-minute fair value gaps that are in need of getting filled as well here. So here we have that FEG that actually just got retested. We're getting a rejection back below. So looks like we are actually respecting this fair value. Let's just get this NASDAQ chart up. Beautiful, beautiful. Exit at 50% of our leg down. Sweet. I mean, FEG got it, and we crater. Exactly. There we go. Trade axiom. Yeah. Lower time frame range inside that fair value that I might come back for. Exactly, axiom. That's a good call for sure. Yeah, I knew what you meant with the fair value. The CL shorts is paying out nicely. Yep. What do we say? CL shorts button. CL shorts were a beautiful setup there with that EQ. Gold as well. Gold now giving us another retracement leg here, but honestly I think we might get a reversal on gold to the sell side. NASDAQ here rejecting off of that 5-minute fair value gap as well. So it looks like we've got quite a few different setups forming here, folks. Not too shabby. Not too shabby, my friends. Nice 5-minute reject off this, bro. Kindly explain CL shorts. Oh yeah, I mean, main thing I was interested in is we got a sweep of a previous candle equilibrium, so I was catching the continuation of this bearish move, right? So here on the 3-minute was the one I liked the most here, where we had this 2 candle body up closure, which swept this previous 30-minute equilibrium, which we see showcased on this higher time frame candlestick on the right. Once we saw the sweep, I typically like to see it paired with some type of change in state of delivery, which we ended up having here, which was this confirmation here. And so we saw a sweep of this change in state of delivery, a candle body closure below, which enters the fractal model short signature into this trade. And now I'm targeting 2-to-1 R. And now we are actually up a decent amount. I think I'm up just about $460. That was the main thing. Yeah, so with the CLN was the main thing I was watching for, was that sweep, that previous equilibrium paired in with a confirmation of this change in state of delivery, which is what we got, and then now we are getting a continuation leg lower. So that is the simplest way to explain it. Great trade. Yeah, thanks, Traxels. I appreciate it. Does that make sense though, Varun? Does that make sense to you? Guys, if we haven't already, feel free to like the stream. We've got 11 likes and 51 of us in here. I know we can get a like or two more. Okay? I definitely know we can. I'm confident in our ability to get a couple more likes. What do we think? A couple more? Yeah, so CL short's looking nice here. Looks like NASDAQ is going to continue lower. Out in Q. I might get out of NQ here and just continue to these shorts. Love your content. How do I join your group? There should be a link. Here, let me get you a link right now. It's on my Whoop. Whoop.com, baby. Let me get it for you. Got a nice group here. Good morning, Pedro. Good morning. I see why you play the 3-minute 30-minute alignment works better. Yeah, much better, especially when you're looking at that EQ, Tyree. If you trade 1 hour, use 5-minute time frame alignment. Trust me, if you do 3-minute hourly alignment, it's way less accurate. 10 a.m. reverse off 6 a.m. candle higher. Price went lower just before weekly OB. Yeah, there's a chance that 10 a.m. gets a reversal. This is true, but CL is looking like we might potentially get one more expansion candle lower here since we had a 2-candle bearish candle expansion. 3-minute is the gold mine. Yeah, 3-minute is a gold mine. That is for sure. I want to put these stops in the money actually. Let's at 63.05. No, it doesn't work best on CL. It works best on most indexes and commodities. It's just alignment in general. The 3-minute works well hourly, 1 minute 15, 3-minute hourly, 5-minute, 1 minute with the 15, 3-minute with the 30, 5-minute with the hourly. My apologies. Those work the best. Wow, CL is going to work out nice here. Guys, if you haven't already, feel free to like the stream. We've got 50 of us in this John right now, eh? Para, not too bad. Not too shabby if you ask me. Oh yeah, and Quadri, let me get you that link. My apologies, good sir. Let me get you that right now. Yeah, that's what I used it too. Thanks. Yeah, of course. Looks like we just had that 10 a.m. open here. Apologies, guys. A little sick today, so I don't mean to absolutely destroy the microphone in your guys' ears. I'm down $44. Gonna hit the buy button instead of sell and sell, and quickly realized it, but failed to get back in the short. Amateur move, but that's on me. When you switch in the trend trade, it automatically takes you to buy that. Yeah, that is true. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Terry. It's all good. It happens. It happens. 44 is an easily recoverable loss. Very easily recoverable. You will be chilling, big dog. Guaranteed. Getting some aggressive movement here on this candle. Look, oil. I mean, that's what I was looking at. Yeah, I was looking at crude. Yeah, crude's getting. We have Trump speaking right now, so it's gonna be jumping around a bit here, eh? Indeed, but it does annoy me when I make careless mistakes like this. Nonetheless, I will not let it happen again. Good. Yeah, I was in shorts on oil here. I'm going to be out full here. CL looks like, those stops were at BE here, so. Looks like it might get invalidated. That is all good. Part of the game, guys, right? You win some, you lose some. Part of the game. So you have 10 AM reverses, eh? Let's see. Tyree, starting this week, I'm going to be doing Tuesday, Thursdays on the streams, as well as potentially Wednesdays with that. But also I do education streams on the weekends. So on Saturdays, I'll be doing education lives for the premium. Oh yeah, no, you're good, Tyree. No worries. I was just looking. It made me hungry. Like some fire dishes, boss man. I was a big fan. I love food. I eat too much food with my racing, so I always need to eat well. Yep, CL is now invalidated. We got stopped at BE there, took some trims at these lows here, so we did get a nice little $400 trim, but not the 2R I was looking for on that trade. Looks like this 7 AM might just get a retrace. What about NQ? We'll see about NQ. Rizzy, what's up? Looking forward to Saturday education streams, and yeah, I love food too. That's why I hit the gym at 5 AM 5 days a week. Sweet. NQ a little farty right now. Oh, absolutely. Look at this. This is terrible. Trump speaking, CPI tomorrow. We've got quite a doozy of a day. Quite the doozy of a day. Good, thanks, man. Yeah. MNQ failure swing above. Yep. Yeah, not getting too much out of NQ right now. It's looking pretty disgusting, guys, honestly. Save your money, save your capital. It's not worth it. We're looking for A+ in this house, guys. We know that. All of us are looking for A+. Yeah, this is not the best PA here, guys. This is not what I'm digging. I'm not digging this. Looks like we had that main move in the morning around that 3 o'clock open, but geez Louise. Jeez Louise. Look at this, guys. Not too big of a fan of this, that's for sure. Good. Alicia, I like how you used the back in the saddle there. Big fan of that. Alicio, yeah, definitely a good day to sit back in the saddle, guys. I mean, if we're seeing this PA right now, right, those CL shorts worked relatively well at the start here. Didn't quite get that 2R we were looking for, which was A bit unfortunate, but part of the game, right? And then here on gold, looking like gold is not also giving us a lot of interest. We're consolidating between this retracement, right? We're literally creating a demand zone at this retracement period on this 5-minute time frame, right? And typically not the highest probability, especially because we're so inside of this massive range right now that it's not super interesting for me. But yeah, we had a nice fair value that formed here on gold though, which is something of interest to be watching a potential retest for, right? If we see a retest into this encroachment and also just the base of this fair value, we could see a rejection lower, or if we see a closure above this fair value and we invalidate it, we could see gold coming back up to fill this massive gap that we have up here, right? So we've got quite the aggressive move, if we're being honest, right? Look at this. We've got quite the aggressive move now forming. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. How's everybody else, though, doing with these trades today? We're all sitting back in the saddle, playing patient, sitting back, relaxing. What's the deal here, hey? Looks like NQ is getting a run up to this fair value gap once again. Here we have this hourly equilibrium that had formed at this dotted line. Let's see if we get a rejection off that hourly EQ and also this fair value gap, because that could send NQ lower here and get a continuation from that London session high here. Get a 10 a.m. continuation lower, right? That could be nice. There we go. We're going to retrace into this fair value here and this EQ. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Here we go, and there's this retrace. Looking for longs or short on NQ. I want to see if we get a rejection off this EQ into shorts. See if we get a rejection into these shorts. That's my main watch right now. Is to see if we get a reject off this EQ and this fair value gap into a short on NASDAQ. That means we'll have respected this previous candle EQ and just have a continuation expansion lower. Cool, let's see. We'll see what happens. 4-hour sweep and the closure back in the range by the 6 a.m. candle showcase. Now we could see lower prices on CL. Yeah, I mean, ideally that'd be nice, right? We have this EQ here. We're respecting this 30-minute EQ once again. So if we can get a retracement lower once again, that could be a validated trade setup. I did put my stops with limited risk there. So honestly, this is still a valid short position if you just use the original fractal model entry, right? If we look at this here, we just use this original change in state. This is still a valid short entry because we have not been stopped out, right? I just kept my stops quite tight today. But yeah, if you do use this candle body high and you target that 2R, this still is a very valid setup, right? Short is still in play. We just retested that change in state. We do have SMT on CL as well, correct, Pedro? Yes, right? So this still would be, in terms of the fractal model, this would still be a valid trade setup into these shorts. So that is something to keep an eye on. Here we go on this EQ. Just buying 500 NQ longs. There we go, Traxillas. I'm happy to hear that. There's a reject off this EQ. Reject. Learning from you, bro. Hey, I'm happy to hear that, Traxillas. I'm happy to hear that the education is paying out well for you there. Can we short NQ now? No, because we have not gotten with SMT. Might get minute 5 close T2 on MNQ. Yep. Yeah, I'm not short yet because I want to see a bearish candle body closure. If we get a closure above this EQ here, since we have a minute 40 seconds left, that's going to invalidate this right now, at least this short for right now. So I want to see some type of bearish signature before you enter this trade. With SMT, yep. Axiom is on it, dude. Axiom is freaking on it, baby. Oh my god, we are six subs off of 800. For those of you that are new to the stream, feel free to just hit the subscribe button. We have 54 of us right now, and I'm 6 subscribers off of 800. It would be sweet if we could hit 800 subscribers on YouTube before the end of the stream, guys. So let me know. Let me know. How close are we? How freaking close are we? We're 794 subscribers right now. Yeah, so honestly, there we go. See, we got a bearish closure below this fair value, so anticipating a move back to this New York session low now, right? So if you guys shorts into this New York session low could be potentially decent here, or just into these micro demand that we created here. Gold, on the other hand, terrible. CL, short still in play. One of my biggest areas of growth as a trader was realizing not every day offers the same opportunities and that preserving capital is trading. Exactly. Spot on, right? Alicia, I mean, you see it live on stream with me. Most days I'm like, I take a trade, I take 1 to 2 trades, but there's some days that I'll be on stream for an entire hour and a half with you guys, and I just do not execute a single trade. I just don't execute a single trade. Because if the setup doesn't present itself and I'm not confident in it, I'm not going to take that trade, right? I would not be interested in that trade. That's the most important thing that a lot of people have to realize, though, is it's like not every day you're going to get a perfect setup and an A+ trade and whatever, right? It's the reality of trading. Sometimes you're just not going to get that setup, and that's okay. And that's honestly completely okay. That's part of the game, right? If a setup doesn't present itself, don't force it. If you force it, you're only going to get FOMO when those trade setups do form and you miss an entry. That's the biggest thing I've realized when I've worked with one-on-one clients and everything. It's if people who don't build the patience to take trades during their setup and just force trades during setups that aren't actually within their model are the same people that fry their accounts when their setup actually forms, because they're not sure how to deal with themselves when it comes to that setup actually forming and taking that entry and how to manage their risk, etc., right? And that's where the grounds get kind of scary with that. So that's just my word of advice to everybody here. So currently waiting for cysteine 5-minute, considering previous 1 hour 50% rejection. Yeah, honestly, I mean, no cyste was formed right now. We didn't form a previous high, so no cyste was formed. I was just mostly looking for this fair value and this EQ rejection, which is what's happening right now. Right, so that's what we want to watch for right now, because we got one closure, but now I want to see a secondary continuation of this. If not, we could see a retrace back into this fair value, and it could actually invalidate this fair value entirely. So it's just a matter of how we play it out. Yes, on the highs inside the fair value. Yep, we do also have SMT on the highs. This is true. So it's just going to be interesting to see if we get a short into these lows here, potentially these New York lows. We'll see if that happens, though. Now we have 794 subs. We are 6 off 800, folks. 6 off 800. Whew. Yeah, this PA is not bread and butter, like I like to say. This is a sit back in the saddle type of PA, none of this bread and butter stuff. Do you start your session off with the daily or 4-hour bias, or you're hunting hours 9:30 EST to noon EST? Typically, I like to look for a 4-hour and hourly bias. I find some correlation between the 4-hour and the hourly, but typically the 4-hour primarily, and I base my daily bias off of that. And then I'll use that 5-minute and hourly to kind of help me depict an entry model or see where market might go. Like if we're seeing a 10 a.m. New York reversal or a New York continuation off that London session, or if we're seeing London consolidation, Asia consolidation, and New York breaking out to a different range, right? So it really does depend. It really does depend. But yeah, that's kind of how I like to approach it on a day-to-day. That's how I do like to approach it, though, that's for sure. I sold first presentation. Oh, Lawazi, sorry, I didn't see your message in the chat there. Hey, Lawazi, welcome. Good to see you again. It's good to see all the similar faces coming back in here and all the new faces as well. Welcome, everybody. Seriously, it means a lot to have you all in here. Motivates me to keep streaming because I like when you guys are all on here and active and engaging in the chat, etc. So I really appreciate you guys once again for just staying on these lives with me and keep me company. Keep me company during some terrible price action. No better way to do it, eh? Wouldn't do it with anybody else with the team here in chat. This live chat is my team. You guys are my trading team. We're our own firm right now. We're just our own trading firm as a collective organization. Bang, bang. There we go. Into this New York low here. That's what we're talking about. What did we talk about? Did we not talk about these shorts? I'm up about 460 now on these shorts. Oh, baby. Give me that New York session low. Give it to me. Give it to me. We'll be almost 2 for 2. CL, we took some trims, but here if we can get this New York low, that's a fucking banger trade. Yeah, I like to look for the hour 1 candle to close. I like to look for the closure, but if I don't, yeah, I did short NQ. I'm up to 300. Hell yeah, track. Look at that, guys. Short setup called out. This wasn't even using the fractal. This was just utilizing EQ. Right? Equilibrium candle respecting equilibrium. Where did you put your stop? My stop is at this fair value encroachment at 871. Now I'm honestly just going to move it at my break even and just make it a risk-free trade. But oh baby, this is a buttery trade, guys. This is a buttery fucking trade. We are smashing today. Markets weren't ready for us today, guys. We were killing it. We hit CL with a nice little short here down to about 1.5 R, took some trims and then stopped the rest out at break even. And if I close out this, I'll be up about 800 on the day on multiple accounts, which would be sweet. Look at that, guys. Short's about to pay out. Short is about to pay out. Also, that entry was taken on this closure here with that stop at that encroachment, right? But now this stop I have at that break even. But let's even just for visual purposes, I'll put it here for you guys. I'll put it right here for you guys. Look at that, guys. We're about to get New York session low. Bang! Bang, baby! Bang, bang, bang! Look at that. What did we say? What did we say? What did we freaking say? Live on stream. Live on stream. Look at that, guys. Live on stream. Took this short. What was the rationale for the NQ short? Sheesh, $400 banked. Look at that. New York session low smashed, right? You're too good. I appreciate that. Look at that. What did we talk about, guys? Right? Still one runner? Hell yeah. Keep that runner because it's looking like 10 a.m. is going to now continue lower now. I honestly think we're going to continue a lot lower. Look at this massive fair value gap we formed, right? This does not lie. This is a humongous fair value, and we are just tapping into it now. Guys, look at that. Look at that. Look at that short. Did we not call that out? Guys, and I called that out on stream. If that doesn't deserve a like and a sub for those of you that are new to the stream, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Come on now. That was live on stream for all of you. Baby, I gave you guys, all right, whoever is in chat right now, can you guys tell baby, I didn't give the exact entry. I didn't give the exact entry because it's for legal purposes, but did I not tell you exactly where to enter basically? Was I not like, I'm looking for a bearish candle body closure on this 5-minute? Let's let baby know in chat. You didn't even tell us where to enter. Go back on the stream. Guys. Gorgeous, baby. Unreal day. There we go. DT likes it. Zicky likes it. Let's fucking go. Absolutely. I was watching this short, but you did. Absolutely. Right? I didn't, for legal purposes on these YouTube lives, I don't give out my exact entry. I can only give out my exits, but I did I not tell you exactly what I was looking for? And I'm going to run through this trade now, the second bearish candle after the fair value. Exactly, right? Let me tell you. Why did I take this trade? And why did it just make me some fucking money? Just shows you can trade swing points even on minute 5. Exactly, right? What did I call out, right? I said we had a 5-minute fair value gap and we had the hourly equilibrium. What did I want to see on this trade? And I mentioned this, and baby, this is for you to review this, because clearly we need to be paying a little bit more attention when I'm calling these positions out. We saw I wanted to see a retrace into this fair value and a rejection with a bearish candle body closure off of that hourly equilibrium, because what does that tell me as a trader? When we get that, it gives me confirmation to more downside, right? And so what happened here? Well, we got that confirmation for more downside. It's exactly what happened. We got a closure below, an entry with that closure signature, and then we put our stops a little bit above that EQ or even at that FEG encroachment. And we had SMT at the highs. And then what did that cause? That caused a nice short into these New York lows, and now we are creating new New York lows. If that was not, guys, like the stream, let's get 40 likes here. Let's get 40 likes on the stream. Baby, let me know if that makes sense. I can't call it out for legal purposes. I can only actually call out my entries to premium members in the Discord because they are within legal binding. So this was all called out, like 100% live. So I gave you guys, even though I don't give the exact entry, I gave you guys the setup as to what I was looking for, and that is more precious than me. Honestly, for those of you in chat right now, I want to get your opinions. Is me giving you guys the setup of a trade more valuable than the actual entry? There was no SIST on this trade, Vis. Not on this one. This was purely off of equilibrium and fair value gap, no fractal used. I want to hear this in chat though from you guys. Is me giving the setup of a trade more valuable than me just alerting I'm entering, I'm exiting? Exactly, right? It is significantly more educational, and that's how you really learn, is if I truly come on here and I give you guys the setups I'm looking for, you guys start to make the mental connection to what a market situation or scenario looks like on each of these trades. And that's exactly what happened here. I didn't give my exact entry, but I pretty damn well gave you the full setup. Loco Ben, equilibrium, and this fair value gap. That's all it was. Low risk on that trade too. I had a very tight stop. I was literally risking like $215 on that trade. Right? Setup is way more valuable in long-term understanding. Way more valuable. Oh, okay. I was wondering what could be the entry. No worries. Yeah, no worries, Vis. It wasn't the fractal. I was just utilizing hourly EQ as well as this fair value gap on the 5-minute here. Right? I'm still aiming the whole range EQ. Yeah, the setup beforehand. This means that you need to pay attention to what is happening. Exactly, right? Because yes, if we do look at this. Now we're getting an expansion lower now. On this hourly, we're getting an hourly expansion lower. Right? Where can we see price getting filled? Well, we're actually filling this hourly fair value gap as we speak. Currently, this is what we're doing, right? We are now just about to reject. If I throw a middle line on this, watch this, right? I throw a middle line, we are literally getting close to rejecting off of this EQ, off of this encroachment level. Your entries are different day to day. Baby, 99%, and I'm going to have people in chat back me up, 99% of the time, I take the fractal model entry. 99% of my trades, I take a I take a sweep of liquidity, change in state of delivery, SMT at the lows or highs, targeting some session high or low. That is 99% of my entries on live. Today, SMT didn't form. SMT and this change in state did form on crude. So I did take a short on crude, which was a fractal model entry. This entry was not a fractal model entry, and I made that very clear when I was explaining the trade. This was not a fractal model entry. Right? This was a swing point. Exactly, Pedro, because I wanted to try it out. I saw a setup. I saw it. Was it an A+ setup? No, it wasn't a full A+ setup. And I made that very clear as well. I was like, oh, I'm interested here. Because, yeah, the only things that was interesting to me was SMT, EQ, and bearish closure, and this fair value. So I had a couple layers of confluence that were aiding me in this. Rizzy, if it's still within that PO3, though. Yeah, I know, Pedro. It is one of the first times I've taken a non-sisty entry, but hey, so be it, right? Discretionary entry, I respect that. Yeah, I'm carefully watching this 4 hour now because we tapped into it and I want to see both the S and Q in case we reverse from here. Exactly, right? We have this encroachment level and this fair value on the hourly now that I'm watching for as well. Hence why I'm no longer in this trade. I knew what I was fighting for and I found this EQ, or I found this New York session low, entered there and exited there. So yeah, baby, my only entries, 90, this is the first trade I've taken probably in like 30 trades that does not utilize the fractal model, right? CL bang. Yeah, exactly. CL was a banger, except that we did, geez, yeah, CL, look at this, guys. See, if I had stayed in with that original stop utilizing that fractal, this would have still been a very valid short setup. CL bang, exactly, right? CL utilized the fractal, and we went through that. This trade, even though it didn't use the fractal, does utilize IFEGs. It does utilize fair value gaps and swing points and equilibrium and SMT. So there were layers of confluence. I didn't just enter this short because I wanted to enter this short, right? I didn't enter it because I felt like it was a good trade. It's because the confluences were lining up for that, right? So that's the important thing that we need to take away. Use SIST when no SMT. Consider swing points even on minute 5 with SMT. Exactly, Axiom. Spot on. Do you trade PM also with the group? Sometimes I do. Yeah, sometimes I trade PM, but this morning I've already hit my daily PL goal, so I won't be trading PM today. But I do like to trade PM sometimes, especially if AM doesn't present a setup. Akash, good morning. Good morning. Didn't know you were coming in after a move like that in London. Yeah, honestly, right? London had quite the move, that's for sure. Quite the move on London, but honestly, I wanted to see what New York had in it. So I always like to at least give AM a chance, and if AM doesn't present a setup, then I'm not interested, right? AM presented 2 setups, one which didn't quite pay out, which looks like CL is actually now going to pay out, and yeah, so. Did you take any trade? Yeah, I took CL shorts, took some trims at around 1.5R, 1.2 to 1.5R, and actually got stopped out the rest to break even, and then I just took NASDAQ shorts into this New York session low. Is your 5-minute entry no different than trading swing point? Oh, wait. Your 5-minute entry was no different than trading swing point on hour 1 with confirming on 5, which is T-trades approved. Yeah, exactly. But I did just utilize, the reason why I didn't say it was the T-trades is because I did utilize fair value gaps, which isn't within the T-trades fractal model, trade axiom. That's not within the fractal. So that's the only difference, is that I utilized another layer of confidence because I had SMT and also the fair value, which creates a different trade setup, right? If you guys haven't already, by the way, let's get 40 likes on the stream. We just need 5 left. We have 35 likes on the stream. I'm also 5 subscribers away from 800 on YouTube. So if you guys haven't already, feel free to show the stream some love. Show the channel some love if you like what we're doing. Definitely going to come back and rewatch this to see how I could have caught CL and NQ shorts. Oh, absolutely. This is all going to be posted on YouTube. Right? But, even though I didn't give those exact entries, I do talk through the process of those trades, which is just something I really want to put an emphasis on for all of you. Right? That's the most important thing. 15-minute C2 Foreman? Yes, sir. Yeah, here we go. See, rejecting off of this hourly fair value gap now. If we look at this just from general like that, we're rejecting off this hourly fair value now. So quite the setup here. My God, we are so close to 800 on YouTube, folks. We are so close. We're at 795, right? 796. We are 4 off. Let's get 40 likes. Get 4 more likes on the stream here, folks. 4 more likes. Could longs be a move now? Longs could potentially be a move. I don't see it for me right now with these longs. I'd want to see a closure now if we're talking about EQ, right? I'd want to see on the 3-minute here a closure above this 30-minute EQ, but also I do want to see a change in state of delivery form, right? And so we had this 4 candle body closure here on this 1 minute. I mean, yeah, we did have a 1 minute SysD that formed down here, but not very interested for me. I'm already up on the day, so I'm gonna. Didn't hit TP by 2 points. Damn, that is unfortunate. That is super unfortunate. Happens. No worries. First time in a while, so I'm not mad. Hey, yeah, it happens, you know. On to the next. So be it. Part of the process. Yeah, we do have a nice rejection off this fair value, though, so we could see that happening. Look at CL, by the way. CL's about to pay out. See if I'd stayed in that. But look at that. If I'd stayed in the original fractal model, this would have been a completely valid entry. And this would have been a perfect short. I ended up only getting about 1.5R. We'll literally see it hit it live right now on stream. What about shorting now? Shorting on what? On NQ? I'm not interested. I'm not interested on shorting NQ right now. We're rejecting off of an hourly fair value gap, and we're about to get a closure by this EQ. I would not be interested in shorts, no. Bang. See? I use Replicanto. Oh, for just the top step, I use the copy trading on top step, but I use Replicanto to do my apex and top steps all together. That was only 2 trades, only CL and NQ. I see 3-minute inverted, this would be, yep. Yes. See, CL paid out that 2-to-1. Yeah, CL gave a very nice short here. So CL actually just paid out that 2R. Yeah, gotcha, thank you. Yeah, of course. Replicanto is my main use. We're at 797. Oh my God, we are so freaking close, guys, to 800 on YouTube. Alrighty, well, honestly, folks, I think that's going to call for me today. I'm sick as a dog. 3 more for 800. Let's go. Yeah, I know. I'm 3 off 800. For those of you that are new to the stream, we have 48 of us, and I know not all 48 are subscribed to the YouTube channel. So if you have not already, feel free to like the stream, subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you like this type of content, right? This is purely educational, guys. This is free educational content I'm releasing Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 9:30 to 10:30 a.m. I'm even 15 minutes over stream because we were just having a really good stream, very active engaged chat. So really appreciate every single one of you hopping on here and just kind of wanting to keep me company, but also just hop on and get the chance to chat it through, talk through trades, watch me trade, etc. Right? So gonna probably call it end of the stream here. I'm very sick, so I think it's gonna be good for me to get some sleep right now. IFG 0.75. Nice, Arun. A fractal channel in the Discord. The futures chat is great, but it's mostly discussing power fits, which means it's difficult to find the fractal. Yeah, I could probably do that, Tyree. Or just look at my alerts. Thanks for the effort, bro. GG, keep up the good work. Alex, I appreciate that. Guys, always a pleasure to have every single one of you in the stream. Whoever you are, whoever you might be. Seriously, it means a lot to have all of you in the stream and supporting. Had the race this weekend, was sick as a dog on race day. Got 26. Could have done better, but part of the game, right? But yeah, gonna probably just chill for a bit now, get some other work done, focus on some content for all of you to get posted on YouTube, and just relax for a little bit. So, do you prefer the YM as SMT? Yeah, I do use the YM as SMT as well sometimes. What about shorting gold? Let me just look at this quickly. Not interested right now. We do have these highs that were rejected, so there is a potential short opportunity, but I am done trading for the day. So, going to close the charts and call it a day, guys. But yeah, I just want to dedicate a channel for your strategy. Thanks again for the stream. Of course, guys. Yeah. Well, if you haven't already, by the way, feel free to hit the Discord link in my description as well. I will be live and I do education lessons on there on weekends. So if you want more content like this or just want to get involved a little more with how I trade, how I enter my trades, and just the process behind it, whether it's with futures or options trading, feel free to give that a look. But once again, thank you to all the support on this stream from every single one of you. Really means a lot when I get all of you hopping on here and wanting to help out. We are 2 subscribers away from 800, so getting close here. Looks like we're not going to hit it before the end of the stream, but that is all good. But yeah, hope we all do amazing on this Monday. Remember, protect the capital. We have quite a crazy week with medium and high impact folder news, so just a reminder to every single one of you, sit back in the saddle, wait for the setup to form. This week is a week to protect the capital, not force the capital into a trade. So just remind all of you that. But yeah, hope you all enjoyed the stream once again. If you did like it, drop me a little thumbs up in the stream right now, or drop a 1 in chat if you really enjoyed the stream. Just want to see who's active and engaged, right? That's going to be really important for me. So if you haven't already, let me see some ones in the chat if you really enjoyed the stream. And other than that, guys, it was a pleasure getting to stream in front of all of you once again. And yeah, you all have a great rest of your Mondays. Bye now, everybody.